Okay, let's clarify the situation. From day one, there's been this humming anticipation that XRP hitting a historic $10,000 was not only a possibility but a certainty. And you know what? That forecast just received a turbo boost. We're referring to none other than Larry Fink from Blackrock supporting this. Imagine this. He's not simply referring to a paltry $10,000 per XRP. Goodness. He's highlighting it as a basic need. Greetings, Moneyside family. Welcome back to your main center for anything XRP. Let's fast touch base first, then go into the core of today's material. I want a little favor from you. Join our fantastic community by smashing that like button, hitting subscribe, and ringing that notification bell. And here is a tiny warning. Approaching 60,000 subscribers, we are gearing up for an amazing XRP giveaway. Participating in the giveaway is simple. Simply 3 easy actions will do. Therefore, be sure you're ready and paying attention. Remember to also include a hashtag Moneyside in the comments to guarantee your place in the giveaway. This is when it gets interesting. Imagine these giants of finance, BlackRock and Vanguard, now giving XRP significant thought for their worldwide transactions. And wait, it improves. Rumors are circulating regarding BlackRock establishing an XRP-focused ETF. Indeed, you heard that correctly. But hold on, there's more. Larry Fink kept going. He's considering the enormous $30 trillion real estate sector and predicting what's at the core of its future. You nailed it. The XRP ledger set to tokenize the full shebang. With an astounding $1.2 quadrillion from the ISDA, the International Swaps and Traders Association will flow through the XRP ledger and Ripple Net. We're not only discussing $10,000 per XRP, that's child play. We might be looking at a rising value of up to $60,000 per XRP. Unbelievable, correct? Let's now go into the following section. Larry Fink of BlackRock let go another bombshell. He's doing, not just speaking. Tokenizing everything, Ripple and its digital asset XRP are on the verge of something enormous. And in the following section of our film, we have a footage that's going to turn heads. Larry Fink personally verifying BlackRock's shift toward an XRP ETF. Let's not wait anymore. At last, the footage you wanted, included a Bitcoin ETF, is a case we are validating. Increasing more safety. Are you doing another ETF? What about an XRP ETF? I know you have Ether floating around. What of XRP? Could you respond to that? I am unable to, and you would rather I not respond to that? I really do. Well, I am unable to. Okay, they're telling me the wrap. Lately, the crypto universe has been spinning with a flurry of oddities, especially with XRP. Imagine this. On the world-famous exchange, Crypto.com, XRP's value skyrocketed to an incredible $43,000. This is not only a one-off occurrence, it's part of a developing trend of XRP's value rising abruptly. Recall our conversation last week on a 7,000 XRP era at a major exchange? Now it's Crypto.com turn, and these unexpected increases in XRP's value look to be becoming a frequent event on several exchanges. But let us turn to something else. From thorough study, I discovered something unconnected to BlackRock or the general XRP market rise that is equally intriguing. We're exploring a subject including Gary Gensler, the well-known SEC chairman who took over from Jake Clinton. Most of you probably know Gensler always classifies XRP as a security. This is when it becomes interesting. Gary Gensler has a twin brother, Robert M. Gensler, who is the same age and has striking similarity. Robert is quite important at T. Rowe Price. Acting as its vice president, T. Rowe Price is not only any investment company. When you look closer, you'll see it's one of the key players actively investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and indeed XRP. Thus, there is a strange link here. Though Gary Gensler at the head of the SEC keeps calling XRP a security, his twin brother is quite active in an investing company that notably invests in XRP, among other cryptocurrencies. It's an interesting contrast. That begs a lot of questions regarding the complex interactions at work in the realm of cryptocurrency rules and investments. This leads us to an exciting prospect. Could Robert Gensler, T. Rowe Vice President, have unique knowledge on XRP's potential, similar to that of Bitcoin and Ethereum? When you take into account the company's large investments in these three cryptocurrencies, this theory starts to gather momentum. Although the SEC officially rejects any idea of insider trading, many studies and reports have indicated differently. Focusing on market manipulation and insider trading, these studies have often highlighted dubious SEC behavior. A trend seems to be developing. SEC officials appear to be warning their families about which digital assets could soon be relieved of securities classification. These relatives then make early investments. When the item is formally designated non-security, its value soars, hence enabling these family members and friends to gain great profits from purchasing low and selling high. Given this background, let's think about the chance that Robert N. Gensler could have gotten insider knowledge from his brother, Gary Gensler, about the SEC's possible loss in a case against XRP. Such data could suggest that Congress could urge a settlement between the SEC and Ripple Labs, giving it a good moment for smart investors to enter on XRP. But seeing T. Rowe Price progressively move money into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and especially XRP adds another dimension to this story. Though the crypto world buzzes about XRP, perhaps reaching incredible levels, $10,000, $20,000, or even $60,000, especially analysts who have been optimistic on XRP, like Jack the Rippler, forecast a dramatic increase in its value, maybe exceeding $589. Though audacious, this forecast emphasizes the increasing enthusiasm and speculation over XRP and its possible role in the Bitcoin market. Wall Street is looking for a slice of the profitable XRP pie. And my gut feeling? An XRP ETF will be the first major play. But let us go deeper. Beyond only the surface of this growth, Crypto Basic has some interesting updates. A former Ripple director has taken note of an analyst's claim that JP Morgan has made a major jump into XRP. This news definitely surprised me, and it's something we have to analyze more. The tale unfolds as follows. Ben Armstrong, formerly connected to the BitBoy cryptocurrency brand, revived some contentious allegations regarding JP Morgan's purported XRP investment, prompting a response from a former Ripple director. Armstrong, a well-known person in the cryptocurrency world, he said this in a series of posts. He claims JP Morgan has obtained a large 7.5 million XRP tokens. Armstrong now asserts that this action is roughly 7.5% of JP Morgan's whole riches. But wait, the arithmetic here is somewhat incorrect. To put it in context, at its present worth of 4.46 million, 7.5 million XRP doesn't even approach 7.5% of JP Morgan's riches. Armstrong's math doesn't really add up because JP Morgan's total assets are an astounding 3.89 trillion, as per their 2023 assessment. Armstrong underlines, however, the relevance of JP Morgan's alleged plan, which implies they are secretly accumulating XRP. He claims this puts JP Morgan as a rising force in the Bitcoin sphere. Therefore, we have a story of Wall Street behemoths like JP Morgan, perhaps acting in the cryptocurrency industry, particularly with XRP. Though the math could be somewhat dubious, one should not discount the concept of significant financial